Um, so we're going to, okay. So we're live on Facebook and on YouTube, both. And this is Lena, and you're watching Lena's Life on YouTube. Riveting television for the modern age. I'm sure you guys have other shows that you watch, but thanks for tuning in to my little piece of the world. It's a crazy place to live. It really is. There's always something new happening with me. More so than it used to be the case. But I'm very, very content and happy with where my life is going at this point in time, because before I just really just wasn't going in the right direction. Let me just put it that way. And I'm not going to blame anybody. Not in the game to blame anyone. It's not really my thing to do. I don't like to blame people for the things that I go through. And I welcome all the challenges that I have in life, and they're perfectly fine. Challenges make us who we are. Better character builds character, and builds strength. I compare it to like working out in a gym and tearing down muscle. You have to break down muscle in order to develop more muscle. I said hi. Oh, Pedro de Vida says, send me a greeting. Hello, Pedro. How are you? Thank you for watching on Facebook. I appreciate you taking time. Sí, yo hablo español también y puedo, sí, todo eso. ¿Qué me quiere preguntar? Yeah, so I speak it. Thanks. Yeah. Yo crecí en una casa que hablaban español primero. Mis papás son de Puerto Rico y yo soy puertorriqueña y puedo comunicar en español también, pero mi idioma primero es el inglés porque nací en California. So anyway, I was just telling this Pedro person who's here on Facebook with me that I speak Spanish, but English is my first language. My parents are from Puerto Rico. Por tu valentía. Gracias, Pedro. Gracias. Oh, tú eres ese Pedro. Ese que quería hacer una entrevista con Mark y yo, ¿verdad? Okay, me recuerdo. So I said, oh, you're that Pedro. You're the one that we used to communicate, Mark and I used to communicate with, and he wanted to do a piece on us or something like that. Sí, soy el mismo. Oh, okay. Yo no sé, yo me ha contactado muchos diferentes personas que no me habían contactado antes. Y ahora conozco quién eres. So I said, I've been contacted by lots of other people, so now I understand who he is. And he's not just some random guy that just decided to click on whatever. But hola, Patricia. How are you? So nice to have you on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. Yeah, this is Facebook. And hanging out with me for a little while. This is so cool. So, Patricia, do you speak Spanish as well? Should I just turn the whole show into Spanish language land? And Carrie, big hugs, right? Big hugs for Carrie. Love you too. Carrie and I have become really good friends. We communicate a lot on the phone, and we hang out on the phone. I mean, of course, we can't really hang out personally. She lives in another state, but maybe in the future we will be able to. And thank you so much for the compliment. I just came back from hanging out. Yeah, I don't want to say I went on a date, but it was a date, so I went on a date. I had some good food and some good company. So yeah. And Carrie and I, we have coffee dates. We hang out and we literally girl chat for like 3+ hours sometimes, and she's kind of I guess she's my therapy buddy because I don't go to any counseling or anything, but Carrie is there for me and I'm there for her too. She's a beautiful person, and someday, I hope that we can meet because I'm sure we'd have a great time. And you're always welcome to come to Minnesota, and we'll go to the Mall of America and I'll give you a tour. I'll be your tour guide of the Mall of America. So, but yeah, I just came back from hanging out with a nice guy. And went to Outback, had I'm not a vegan anymore, so I had as top sirloin, baked potato, and yes, the mall. Love the mall. I'm never gonna grow out of the mall, by the way. I don't think it's imperative for me to grow out of the mall. And I wore my new shoes, girl. Did you see them? Yeah, my new shoes. So I got these new shoes, and I haven't had wedges in forever. I don't know if you can see them, but no, you can't. You can't see them. Sorry, you can't see my wedges. Maybe I'll throw them up on Mall Rats for Life. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So these are my wedges. It's kind of hard to tell. But nevertheless, Carrie recommended this store. It's called Torrid, and Torrid. And I have my bracelets from Torrid, right? Oh, here we go. And my other bracelet. Yeah. This is my favorite right here. It's super nice. I like it. It's like a leather band with a cool like and stuff. So, and then this was like $1 or something at the store, another store. But they're super comfortable. They're the first pair of wedges that I've been able to own in over 3 or 4 years or something, because it was just not something that I wore because, I mean, it just wasn't, the environment that I lived in. It wasn't conducive to being able to be femininely expressive, shall I say. But, it was expectations that wanted me to be more simple. So wedges were out of the question, and but this is now, that was then, and we're living away from the person that I was with. And I have, and these are other ones that are like $1, like $1. Yeah. And they're like, ooh, I don't mean to hurt your eyes, but they are only $1. This one store, it's called Just, I guess. So I hadn't had a nice dangly pair of earrings either for a long time. I mean, we went to a store in Silver City back during Christmas, and I was able to pick up some dangly earrings and what else? A bracelet, and some other like what is it called? What's that? Crystal? Yeah, a crystal earrings and stuff. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. I feel really good. I mean, it makes a difference when you can get a mirror that actually, I got a mirror, little one. It's portable. You can pull it up and down. Has 10-time magnification here, 10 time. And I got batteries, so it lights up. Yay me. Yay me. So it's like, oh, this is great. This is great lighting too. I don't want to waste the battery though. So anyway, it makes a difference when you can do your face and you can actually see detail, like, so I can like actually work on my makeup and actually know exactly where the lines are going. What a concept, it's not just a motel mirror or a little tiny little handheld mirror that you're like, oh, I can't see, So it's really cool to be able to have the things that I need in order to be more confident, in order to be able to just enjoy, being myself, because I mean, when I was on the road in that car, I mean, yeah, it was hard. It was really hard because I really wanted to take care of my face and I wanted to like look decent, but when you're on the road, it's very difficult to do so. You can't like, you can't really, yeah, you can't really do anything. You have the mirror of the car in the passenger seat. You flip down, you look at it, and then, and then we wake up at Walmart and he had no problem going into the bathroom to use it, but I felt a little awkward because I didn't feel like I was my best. So, it's a long story. But enough of that. Let's talk about today, right? Today, I didn't really do much, but the reason that I wanted to talk about things, and I titled it "Today is a Special Day," is because my little girl Kayla just turned 18 today. Of course, I haven't seen her since she was 14, but that's beyond the fact. But she just graduated and became a young woman. So I know that it's not really something that I should really talk about. I get all kinds of flack for it from people, family members that, like my mom would say, don't talk about family. It's like, I can't help it. I am a proud parent and I'm very proud of my daughter graduating for one and then becoming an 18-year-old woman. That's awesome. So before anything else, I wanted to sing happy birthday to my little girl. She may not hear me. She may never watch this video, and she may. Who knows? 20 years from now? Never know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kayla. Happy birthday to you. So, yeah. So it's her birthday. So I wanted to wish my daughter a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kayla. Love you. I hope you love me. Anyway, I wanted everybody to know that it's my daughter's birthday. June 9th, born the year 2000. Yes, the year 2000. And she was, my little girl. And I love her very much. And I still do. And I know that she doesn't understand what's going on. I know, she has certain things that she believes in, and there's differences, and I'm not the same person, but I am, but I'm not, and I understand all that. But I hope that in the future, again, maybe 20, 30 years down the road when I'm 85 or something, that she will know that I love her and that, I care about her. But that is something that remains to be seen. And if she never sees it, you know, I do it because I still care. Yeah. It's my daughter's birthday. Just want to let everybody know I'm super proud of her. You know, she's a super smart young woman. She just got um, accepted to a college in the Chicago area that my son is going to, and she is absolutely ecstatic about it. I'm sure. I haven't spoken to her, but she's absolutely happy to 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 be able, to go, to a esteemed, Ivy League type school, So I'm really happy for her, and I am just beside myself with pride. Any parent, trans or not, I mean, if your kid does well, if your kid does something that is like excellent, even if they don't, it's still they're your kid, I used to go watch her play basketball, and no, she wasn't that great. She didn't really have the skills and all that, but she was out there and she was playing and she was having a good time, and she had friends in basketball, and it was just fun to watch her, just fun to watch her, to see her last name go up and down the court and go, that's my girl right there, I mean, it was cool. It was cool. And my oldest boy ended up being a pretty good basketball player, although at first he couldn't chew gum and dribble at the same time. He eventually became really good at being, a basketball player, and earned a lot of like kudos and respect from his coach. Very motivating person, fun teammate to be around, very encouraging. And unfortunately, I missed out on one of the greatest games of his life. He was playing in a game towards the end of his senior year in high school, and it was a tournament, and they came from behind, and it was like so awesome. It was so awesome. I ended up watching the replay of it, and it was like I was crying because he was a part of the game, and he was a critical part for the victory. And I was just so proud of him. I wished that I could have been there. Really, I do. I've always been a parent that always wanted to be connected to my kids and wanted to know what they were doing. But being trans makes it very difficult. And especially if you come from a family and situation where it is so absolutely unthinkable to do what I did. But it is what it is. We can't cry about it. We have to develop, family outside of our family. I was just talking to Paula, my friend, my good friend Paula, and she was just telling me how, she's just learned, because she has a daughter that doesn't accept her, and she's 74. And she basically said, told her daughter, you know what? I mean, although you don't accept me and you don't want me to be your dad or your parent, I just want you to know that you're my daughter. And I also have many other daughters in my trans family that call me their mom. So, I mean, we are survivors. That's what we are. And every single one of you, actually, be it trans, cis, or whatever, you are a survivor. Your gene pool made it, and you were able to make it through to live in this day and age. And it's a wonderful thing, and you are all survivors. So we are all here together, and we're all surviving together. And it's awesome to know that we have strong genes, and it's awesome to know that we have a strong will, So I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful for this room, grateful for my AC right here. I'm grateful for my little skillet. I'm grateful for this air fryer that's holding my computer up. I'm grateful for the light. I'm grateful for everything, you know. So I know that, you know, it would almost seem like, you know, because I attract trouble. It's just because we are all, as human beings, all, all sub to being a part of challenges, challenges in our life, challenges in our daily life are a part of being human. We have to be human. And there's no way we can be human unless we have challenges in our life. And that's the thing. We you know, we are made up of all the challenges that we're faced with and what we do with those challenges, how we grow from them, how we choose to ignore things, how we choose to live and respond to them. Well, my friend Teen over at YouTube says, you have a bond with your children. Memories are precious. Hope is eternal. I do. I do. And I know, you know, that my kids, you know, if they don't want to admit it, that's one thing. But what they know for a fact, and they can just bet their bottom dollar on it, is that we were people that loved each other. And I can never be told that I didn't love my children because I did. And they know it, they sense it, they understand it. Now, what they do with it is another story. And it's so pitifully sad that it has to come down to, oh, my parent is trans and I just don't accept them or whatever. It's like, you know, it's like, it that's not even the issue. The issue is, do you sense love? Do you not sense love? And if you don't sense love, why don't you sense love? You know, and I know that they will never be able to say that I closed the door on them and that I didn't let them in, because I did, and I have. And to this day, I'm very hopeful, especially with the recent ability to hang out with my oldest boy in Chicago, which was like, it was like awesome. We hugged and we kissed. No, we didn't kiss. We hugged and, you know, we walked together and talked about stuff. And, you know, I mean, it was like he told me about his stories about college, and it was so nice. We have Kiowa. I met Kiowa and a while. Yeah, and I appreciate Kiowa joining me here on Facebook and checking out the channel. He's Mark's one of Mark's friends and an awesome musician, by the way. Mark used to go listen to Kiowa play in Fort Lauderdale. Aloha! Where are you these days, Kiowa? I remember when we interviewed you, you were like out in St. John or something in the Virgin Islands, I think you were. Yeah, I was so grateful. I mean, it was like an act of God to be able to see my boy. I mean, who gets a chance to just like miss your plane and then go and be able to get a free hotel in a Chicago area and get food vouchers, and it just worked out really nicely. Oh, so Kiowa, you're back in Florida. So are you still playing? Are you still doing concerts and stuff? Like with your old client and gigs and all that stuff? So yeah, I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful. I know that there are things that need to take place in my life in order for, you know, a reunion to happen. But I'm very hopeful. So, my nails are so messed up, people. Oh my God. I went to a nail place and I was like, can you guys fix these? Look at chunked, toasted, real nail too. Worked on them since January. Look at that. Toast. Sucks. It used to be that this was the only one that was affected, you know. So now I'm gonna need acrylics, you know, and I don't like acrylics on my fingers, but and they cost more, so it's like, ugh. But this too shall pass, and I will make the most of it, and you know, survive. This is a top that I got when I went to Salvation Army the other day. It was only $1.99. Yes, so I have a lot of new clothes that didn't cost a lot of money because, you know, I don't like to spend full price on things. I mean, my shoes were like 20 bucks, you know, that I got over at Torrid. And if you guys have a chance, I mean, if you're a trans woman and you struggle with getting bangle bracelets like I did, because my hands are bigger than the typical, right? You can go to Torrid, and Torrid makes it a little bigger than the average, you know, like you find at H&M or Forever 21 or other department stores like, you know, Kohl's and stuff like that. So you go to Torrid or Lane Bryant. Lane Bryant works too, but Torrid is much more hip and much more fashionable than Lane Bryant. Lane Bryant, I think I'd call that store Lame Bryant. I don't know. But anyway, I haven't been in there in a long time. And I think Chico's is another one that's really decent. But you can get a bangle bracelet and you can actually wear it. You don't have to see. You can put it on, take it off. And they have really good sales online. And, you know, I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, you know. And as a trans woman, we definitely have the will. Teen says, I kiss a lot of my family members, a peck on the cheek kind of thing. Yeah, you know, being from a Latin culture, that is one thing that we do a lot is we will tend to be more emotionally expressive than other cultures. And not necessarily my family, because my family is kind of stoic that way, but typically Latin cultures, it's like the women greet with a kiss all the time. You know, like I went to Puerto Rico when I was 19, and I remember all the girls there, you know, it's like kiss, 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 you know. And you know, for a 19-year-old, you know, I was with my cousins at the time, obviously pre-transition. You know, it's like they were all excited because, I mean, they get all worked up over that. And it's something that's culturally different about the United States. I mean, it's just not the same here in this country. People are a lot less expressive, a lot less open. And you know, it's really cool to have that emotional connection, you know. And the culture that I come from, they, you know, son bien, I just said they are very emotional people, and they wear their hearts on their sleeves, and it's just really cool, you know, really cool. So here in, I hope you have a good rest of your night. I'm headed to sleep. Love you tons. Bye, Carrie. See you on the phone. See you on the phone. Love you tons too. Have a good night. It's already 11:30. Wow. Oh my God, that is late. Well, the reason I'm, still dressed is because I did go out on a date, and I did um, hang out with a really nice guy who paid for my dinner and my little rum punch and stuff, and we just chatted, talked about his life, talked about mine. It wasn't necessarily like, oh, when did you transition? Oh, what is the history of your, it was just pleasant conversation and, a very calm atmosphere. And, you know, it was a typical first date, right? I mean, just so he ended up, yeah. But if I have a decent vibe and I feel comfortable, then I will then, let them take me home, right? So um, he took me back home, and you know. So um, I had a really delicious 9-ounce top sirloin. It was very good, and I have. Oh, it's over here. Hold on. Wait, where'd it go? Where did I put it? Did I leave it? Ah, where did it go? I'll be right back. Did I leave my cheesecake downstairs? Okay. I found it. Right? I found it. It's oops, one of them just got opened up. We didn't have it because we had their $15.99, $18.99, or $22.99 combination meal where you can get a steak, salad, and a soup. Oops. Oopsies. This is the raspberry cheesecake. Raspberry cheesecake. Anybody want some? Because it's really rich. Probably have to stick it in the fridge. So there's that one. And then there's the, oops, upside down again. Oops. Not the greatest presentation. Chocolate cheesecake. Oh. Yeah. Chocolate cheesecake. Yum. Too rich for me though, but still, nevertheless, pretty good stuff. He offered, do you want my cheesecake? I go, well, if you don't want it, I could just take it to go or whatever, and then at least I could offer it to people here, and I did, but I guess they don't like cheesecake. So I don't think I'm going to eat it. It's probably too much for me, but nevertheless, it was yummy. What I did eat. Getting to know you. Getting to like you. Looks so good. Love cheesecake. Oh, Teen, you love cheesecake. So, what's this? Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Yeah. So the cheesecake, I can ship it to Nebraska if you want. You know, I've never been a huge fan of cheesecake for some reason, only because it's so rich and it's so like full of flavor. That it's just too much. My friend Lisa is on. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for hanging out. And Lee also joined earlier. Um, people watch and then they turn it off and stuff. I'm not like riveting television, I'm not like some kind of reality series, but I am a reality series because it's real. It's me, and it's a series about my life. Yeah. Well, in his life, right? I guess, I don't know, to a certain degree, it is a reality TV show. But more like the Truman Show, you know. Um, but it's really cool to share my life with you guys. Well, I'm gonna retire for the night, go to bed, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you guys, if you get a chance to, if you haven't subscribed before on my channel, you can subscribe on the YouTube channel, and I would really appreciate it. Not like I make any money on it, because I don't have that kind of an account, but I do like to get more subscribers, and eventually, be able to have that, just to see the numbers grow, and for a long time my channel was dormant. But I appreciate everyone, and I just want to thank you guys for joining me, and have a great evening. Okay, and love yourselves. It's awesome to love yourself and care for yourself. It's very important to take care of you. It really is. You need to do that, because that's so important. Anyway, you guys, bye. Love you.